The pictures in the closet. What's the question?
And we were pretty far into the movie and trying to figure out what was going on. And he went into the closet and seen a box full of pictures.
You don't understand that part?
I didn't understand. No, there was lots of different people. One being, I think,
she was the catfish. She was the bait. She would date the man, get the man to the house. They would capture him, cut his brain out, put the white brain inside of the body, and now the weak white person gets to use the superior, beautiful, stronger, cooler body. So she was the bait. She would go out there, find a good man. There's even the female body of her grandmother. So she was even a lesbian one time. So they were mostly of a whole bunch of other black men, because she was the main person that would get the person to come to the house.
So all of this.
In the beginning, she had said that he was the first black man she ever dated. So once you saw all those photos, then you knew that it was absolutely bullshit.
When I seen all the photos, I felt like she had an affair with the gardener.
And then at the end, she was like looking at NFL players online. So she was hunting for some more.
The next prey.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. So she enjoyed her hunt.
Yeah, she was a psycho and she liked the whole damn thing. So just her in her tight little shirt with her milk and her straw and her little Fruit Loops, which someone said, is it because it's white and colored? Is that what you were trying to do to the director? No, she's just very particular. She's very organized, and this is how I'm doing this, this is how I'm doing this, and that gives me the chills.
So,
Because you remember what you said during the movie when it looked like there was a lot of weird, creepy people all around? How he should rely on her?
I did say that.
He needs to stay close to her.
Go give.
That's Mary Poppins. The woman always makes the man's life better. You know what Socrates says? Socrates says, you should get married because either A, you'll find a good wife, or B, you'll become a philosopher. You'll think about what's important in life and what's not important.
Well, I think.
Because she was a terrible wife. So clearly, a person is either good for you or bad for you. So a good woman would be great. A bad woman would be devastating, almost even fatal.
Well, if I go to any situation where there's other people with whoever, and I feel uncomfortable, I want to go find that person and say, there's some uncomfortable.
Well, he did have somebody. So who was the only person he actually could trust?
His fellow.
His buddy. So friendship.
Constantly tell me.
So the friendship.
This is what they do.
Friendship, I mean, that's what Jonathan and David said, that friendship was like more important than romance. Because if you just can know that you're a buddy, you don't have any of that weird anxiety. Sometimes friendship and romance are almost the exact opposite. Romance is like you're all just like kind of out of your head, like in love with the, opposite sex. And then when it comes to being a buddy, you don't have any of that there. They're just there for you, They got their little lives to live. They got their romantic, endeavors. But to have a friend, like friendship, I feel like I haven't, that's eluded me. I've had romantic relationships, but I haven't had a real good friendship. So he should have relied on him. So we're talking about Get Out.
So I thought it was a love story at the beginning because they were excited and had fun together, and so she wants him to go meet the family. So, she felt there was some controversy there, and he felt like, okay, I'm going to go meet your family. Are they going to accept me? So he was very concerned about all that. Is where she had a whole different agenda.
Yeah, no, you were totally wrong. You said, he should rely on her, but she turned out to be the most wickeded person out there. And so if anything, the lesson is the exact opposite. Don't trust a white woman. Don't trust a white woman at all. And then all the white people were bad people. And all the black people were victims. So The guy even said he would vote for Obama for a third term. So it makes me think that the director, Jordan, I forget his name, that sucks. Jordan Peele. Key and Peele is his famous show. So I feel like he's had these experiences where these weird liberal white people would just say these weird things like off the wall shit, and in their mind they might be saying something that seems nice, but if like they're like, I think the black man is genetically superior. Okay, that's just an interesting theory, but then what if there's a woman who's like just grabbing onto your shoulders and stuff? Can you not touch me? Like, you can like me, but why do you feel like you could just put your hands on me? Are you putting your hands on me because you want me to be your husband and you want to take your husband's brain and put it into my brain so you could have my body but your husband's brain? Is that what you're doing?
That seems messed up.
Well, me being Crazy Blackheart, that's my Native American name, and I've thought about a lot of this stuff, so I feel like it's not that I'm treated. I don't know what the black experience is exactly, but I know what it feels like to be the odd man out. And so in that sense, it's almost like a lot of times I felt like I was the black person. I was the odd man out. I was the black sheep. I was, growing up, I'm the smart kid, right? So I'm the one that's super good at math. I'm super intelligent. I can, wipe the floor with everybody, but that isolates me. So who can I talk to? Who could be my friend? So, that's a good way to be an odd man out in some respects. But then there's, we were talking before, was it AT&T? Do you remember what company you applied for?
Procter & Gamble.
Yeah, so you go to Procter & Gamble, and they were just all like haughty-toddy, all prim and proper, corporate people. They got their little desk, they got their little lives, and then here comes Miss Young Thing, thinking that she's going to shake things up. What are you about, Miss Farmer? I'm going to take the boss's attention, and then you're going to lord over us. You're different. You're interesting. You're cool, and because we like you, we're going to be threatened by all the talents that you got. And then you just walked in and kind of walked right out, right? You did your interview, so you did your interview like a champ, but then you're like, woof, thank God they didn't hire me. Thank God I don't work for Procter & Gamble. But I mean, always feeling like the odd man out, like anywhere I go. So because I'm political, and I don't know how to be not a political man. Nixon said he was a political man. Political man just means you're aware of the power dynamics. When I'm a student inside a classroom, well, the teacher has all the damn fucking power. They're the ones getting paid. They're the ones that have the front of the room, the attention, and they set the agenda. Clearly, the teacher has all the power. But I got social power. I can try to make people laugh, right? But I don't have the power. So just being a political man just means I understand the power dynamics of the situation. If I'm meeting somebody, okay, so you want to start light because you don't want to, just scare people right away, but eventually you want people to know who you are. So I always see these memes where it's kind of like, I'm so awkward at parties, and it'll just be a person saying, so, Marxism and communism and anarchism and liberalism and conservative, and it's all crazy, huh? What are we doing? Can we do better than this? You're coming on strong right now. I'm going to go get a drink. Or, yeah, it is crazy. And I know all those words that you just said. Maybe we could become friends. So eventually you got to, if I show who I am, so you got to make that leap. You got to jump, but then maybe I should put my toe in the water at first.
Why do you think they all have the ending of ism?
They're all theories and of their own right. So communism is we're going to take care of the people. We're going to feed the people. And then anarchism is we don't need a government. Liberalism, it's just the theory behind the word. So anytime you have a theory behind the word, that's just how the word is constructed. So there's always isms. In the 1920s, there's protectionism. You know what that is? You know what nativism is? Protectionism is you raise tariffs. And what do tariffs do? Well, you can't get that cheap steel from China. You can't get that cheap tobacco from South America.